Investigative journalism.
Investigative journalism.
Investigative journalism.
Investigative journalism.
Investigative journalism.
Investigative journalism.
Investigative journalism. In a world where there's no investigative reporting, America wouldn't know very much about how wars are being conducted around the world. In a world where there was no investigative reporting, local citizens wouldn't know about how their school boards spend their money. They wouldn't know about corruption among their city council members and their mayors. It's hard to imagine what that world would look like.
Being an investigative journalist, I think, is one of the coolest jobs you can have. And I think it's great when newsrooms commit the resources and time to in-depth investigative projects.
Investigative reporting is really the research and development arm of journalism. It's always searching for the new techniques, the new documents, the new ways of analyzing those documents.
It's an adrenaline rush and it's a thrill. These are stories that really do make a difference.
The history of the Selden Ring Award is very interesting. Selden Ring was a big real estate developer, Republican, a very wealthy man, who came to believe that the press had saved the Republic during the Watergate era. Breaking the story of the corruption in the White House really saved the democracy.
Journalism awards that were significant at that time were the Pulitzers. And he actually, just being, again, the businessman that he was, thought that if his award paid more than the Pulitzer, it would again incentivize, just on the basic level, journalists to continue to pursue what they're doing.
This is an opportunity for me to see the best work done, and I learned a tremendous amount just from reading other people's work.
I'm looking to see something extraordinary that I haven't seen before.
Most of us just see the slice of what we're doing and maybe what our competitors are doing. This is a reminder of how much really great stuff is being done.
I would thank the family and thank Cindy for maintaining this tradition. It has recognized a lot of great journalism, and I think it's also encouraged journalists around the country to take on these very difficult kinds of stories.
The Annenberg School is incredibly proud to be the home of the Selden Ring Award. We're lucky to have the Ring family, and lucky that Cindy has shown the leadership and commitment that she has.
One of the things that was important to him about the award was that it had a consequence, and investigative journalism work to produce, by way of its stories, a change for the social good.
This gives us a moment to sit back and reflect on the extraordinary amount of high-quality investigative journalism being done across the country at outlets big and small.
This is the new media center here at the Annenberg School for Journalism, and it's a unique place. It's a place where students come and do everything. They work at the radio station, at the television station, they produce videos for the web, they produce audio for the web, they write web text. What's really interesting about it is that when we first started talking about this media center, one of the first questions we got from students was, will it have an investigative unit? And the students were behind saying, we need to do investigative.
These awards are incredibly inspiring to our students who are just out there in the field right now, developing the foundational skills that will allow them to be the Selden Ring Award winners of the future.
That's why I'm sitting here at USC Annenberg, trying to find out more, learning every day.
People should know that, really good reporting, especially investigative reporting, takes time.
Investigative journalists are out there protecting the people and giving a voice to the voiceless, which I think is one of the most important things that journalists can do. I want to be a part of that.
I do it for the story, I do it for the impact it may have on the public.
This exposes everything that's behind the curtain of the wizard. Investigative journalism.
Investigative journalism.
Investigative journalism.
Investigative journalism.
Investigative journalism.